Welcome, ladies and gents, to Hour of the Waaagh.
It's me, Dan, as per usual. And Warren, I've been actually quite sick. Oh dang it! I forgot to take. I always forget to mute the volume as I watch my own stream. No, I just have the chat up. I can take. Anyways. Whew. Okay. So yes, what I was saying is that I've been sick, quite sick for the last couple of days. I've been bedridden. Just now my voice and nose are recovering. But yeah, other than that, life is good. Life is all peaches. Eating lots of Pop-Tarts because they're delicious. Those are always good for when you're sick. You just consume the crap. And okay, maybe that's not so good. Eating lots of chicken noodle soup though. Anyways, what's always good for your throat is milk and cookies. So I was actually downstairs talking to my roommate and kind of looked at the clock and I was like, wait a minute, it's Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. I should get on my computer because people want to see me. So I am here. I don't think it's going to be an overly long one today, again, because I am not feeling 100%, which is of course why I'm eating these things. But oh, we can hang out. I haven't painted anything this week. But I did play my Scorn at the club at the night. Whenever Thursday night showdown. Played my Scorn with Resheth, but I kind of had it in my mind. I didn't have any other models there. And then turned out the only person available to play against was Crix. So I lost because it was Crix. It was quite sad. But anyways, because basically Resheth, for those of you who do not know War Machine, his feat affects living models, and then his buffs to his units affect living models, enemy living models. So against Crix, it's just completely useless. And that is why you have a 2-list tournament theme, because otherwise Resheth players would just always lose to Crix, most likely. The Crix player could be bad, of course. But then I played a game against Kador, against a butcher list with lots of big, what are they called? Man-at-arm guys. The big, medium base smash people, but they're super slow. Anyways, you brought the tiers so they could run faster. The way the game ended up going is that I got Bloodmark and then feated and hit Butcher, even though he was on like 4 focus. I eliminated that because of my feat and then the Bloodmark. And then I hit him really hard with a Cannoneer. Anyways, he was down at like half health, like second turn, third turn. And then I hit him again and he was down to like 3 health. And then he just camped and his army killed my army. And Resheth had Bloodmark on him. And so I was just running up in front of his army. I'm like, please hit me so I can transfer and kill Butcher. All you need to do is like a POW 17. No, a POW 14. A POW 14 hitting me would guarantee kill him. POW 15. Anyways, it was ridiculous, and so basically my whole army kind of slowly evaporated his army. I had some bad rolls. His feat turn just mutilated me. And none of my guys really toughed at all. That's okay. Can't really rely on tough. I do that too often. And so the game ended by him by control points because all I had was Resheth left. But then Butcher was with, I think I got him down. No, it was still 3 HP. And I was just throwing spells at him, trying to kill him. But eventually he just kind of blocked me, and since Resheth can only blubber around only 4 inches, well. Anyways, so that was my games this week. It was pretty fun. So, in the world of Dan, for those of you who have excuse me, not watched it yet, I posted a battle report on Mini Wargaming. It's on my YouTube channel still, but it was featured on a Mini Wargaming page. And I think I've talked about this slightly before. But basically, when I get a battle report done, I can upload my stuff to the respective areas, give Matt all the information, and then put it in the content scheduler, and it'll come out just like regular battle reports. And so I have a few more battle reports I need to edit and put up, and there's some fun things in there. So, just more exposure, more views for the YouTubes. It'll be fun. And if you want to subscribe, sure. If not, well, you probably most of you are subscribed if you're watching my show. Spread the word. Spread the word. So last time, a lot of you guys were asking me to play different, or maybe not a lot, a few people were asking to play different games besides Warhammer 40k. And so I was thinking of all the other little games I play. I actually have Command and Conquer Red Alert, but that is multiplayer actually. Such a bad game, but so awesome. I have Dota 2. I also play StarCraft, DayZ a little bit. I kind of suck at it. I haven't played very much, so I get demolished. The chat room is very bleh. How many people do we have today? I cannot see. We're going to Twitch. But yeah, unfortunately, my week was kind of... No, wait. Actually, one sec. I'm going to sneeze. And it's gone. Wait. No, it's still lingering. It just doesn't want to come out. Cool. I hate that. Where was I? What were we talking... Oh, yeah. So, this week... So, I've found new employment. It's kind of more for fun than getting money because it doesn't pay that well. It doesn't pay awful. I mean... But it's just a few nights a week. Basically, I was a bouncer at a concert for 9 Inch Nails. So 9 Inch Nails played, and I was the barricade. And so when people crowd surfing, catch them, throw them around, and stare at everybody. Broke up a fight between these two drunk guys. Basically, I just yelled at them, and then a black guy came over and saw there's a Russian, and he was really big, and he was just like, and then they go. So really, I did nothing at all. I just stood there for like 5 hours. It was the hardest part of the job was fighting the boredom, but it was quite the experience. And Drake is actually performing in Calgary this Saturday, and I will be going and doing security there as well. And that's interesting because their crew has a bunch of police officers that they recruit that goes on either side of the stage. I guess there's been a history of crazy stuff. I mean, Calgary's pretty tame, considering like most cities, in the world. We're Canadian in Calgary, so it's out west. So people a little more, unless start offending their horses and cows. I mean, they're pretty laid back. But I'm curious to see what kind of crazy stuff will go on. Hopefully, some stuff crazy. I need some good stories, and those like games where you maybe not a lot of people do this, but when you meet new people, everyone says like 2 truths and a lie, 3 things, and you have to guess what's true and what's a lie, and you get kind of a little get to know you game. I don't know. I've done it a bunch of times. That'd be great. It'd be like, I was a bouncer at a Drake concert. It sounds so much like a lie, but it's so crazy. How could it be a lie? But so it's just a fun thing. I could always use my Waaagh. Yeah. People come out. I think it would stun them more than scare them back. They'd be like, what the I thought I was drunk. What is this guy? It'd be amazing. I would like it very much. This is just at the Saddle Dome in Calgary. Basically their hockey stadium. And so probably some Flames games as well. I might do it just for this upcoming month, just for fun, because I'm not overly busy right now. So just hang out, do security at sports events and musical concerts. Mo Brune says you need to be munching on Let me try to pronounce this properly. Krusiki. Krusiki? Trusiki? One of those. It's a Polish dessert pastry. Good food for orcs. Well then, you could always mail me some. Although, I don't know how you're gonna get my address. You could mail Dave some. And so actually, I haven't even told Dave this. Or my family. I'm not going home for Christmas. Just because it's so darn expensive. It's ridiculous. But I will go home in January. And so it's literally half the price. So instead of $800, it'll only be $400. And there. So I don't know, probably like second week of January, when Mini Wargaming starts up again, I'll arrive then, and we will just make so many videos. And it's gonna be a phenomenal time. But not until then. So yeah, I'm kind of, again, it's just this week, me being sick, it's just like there's nothing happened. So I'm trying to I have no material. Well, I didn't know the concert, last night. Yeah, last night. Krusiki. Oh, okay, yeah. I see it now. Krusiki. Do you like paella? Paella? Paella. If that was Spanish, it'd be weird. Okay, that's Paella. I don't know what that is. I could like it. I could dislike it. It is a very I have no idea. I'm gonna Google it right now. Paella. This better not mean something crazy. Ooh, it looks delicious. Valencian rice dish. Oh, it is Spanish. That looks so good. I've never had it because I have never really had Spanish food, meaning Spain food. Any European food I really, besides like my Hungarian background, pierogies and stuff. But I've eaten lots of Mexican and South American food, all delicious, except for menudo. Menudo is like cow stomach, cow intestines chopped up in this little gummy little. It's like these little pieces of rubber, and the soup they put it in is delicious. The broth is just like, mwah. But then there's like these little rubbery things, and you're just like, there's not much flavor to them, and they're just kind of really chewy. And I have no idea why it's like a thing. Pierogies are all over Europe. Iron Man says they're Polish. Canadians love pierogies. All Canadians know what pierogies are too, and eat them semi-regularly. And Adam from Greenleaf Terrain is here. Hello. So, you guys gotta give me something to run on here. Like, okay, funny story here. I felt exactly like this the day that we filmed The Life of a Wargamer at Valhalla. I was super tired. I actually had a really bad headache. And I was filming a battle report with Lee, which was the recent 40k battle report that's on my Mini Wargaming and my channel. And so, like, that was all kind of happening, and I was just like, "Buh." But then they're like, okay, Dan, Life of Wargamer. I'm just like, "No." And it was just like, just because of Dave and Miranda and Chung and like everyone that was there, it was just kind of like there was so much like positive, awesome energy that I was like, wah! And I was just like, film some stuff, and then I was like, oh, and I crashed on the couch for like a few hours. They're like, okay, we're gonna film something else. Okay, like I didn't follow them at all past my scenes. They were all like filming, and I was going, and I did other things, and I came back, and I was like, how are you guys still filming? It was a fun day. There's a few Valhalla videos that aren't out yet that will be released on Mini Wargaming. I'm excited for those. It's fun. It's lots of fun. Adam's talking about milking anything with nipples. Well of Souls, Dan, what do you think about Circle of Orberos? Is it a good army? If you are a girl, you will probably play it, or Crix. But that's besides the point. Circle is actually an amazing army. Circle is like something I really actually want to pursue and look into. Nirvana 2 is just broken and grossly powerful. At that War Machine weekend, it was just like every Circle player had Morvana 2 and someone else. I was like, really? Come on. But she's just so powerful. It was like Haley 2. Like every Signar player has a Haley 2 list. But not always. I didn't, but I lost terribly. So, I don't know what that says. But Circle, yeah. Circle is one of those armies that is not straightforward to play at all. They have like constant shenanigans, which they need though. Like if you just try to play them straightforward, you'll just die. But if you play them all shenanigy and like to its full potential, they are among like they're top competitive level for sure. Circle is fantastic. So yeah. I can recommend Chromac. He's a pretty fun caster. Greenleaf Terrain says, on a serious note, I am picking up some Retribution of Syra, purely for the painting. But I do want to game with them, so it's not purely for the painting. Get your thoughts straight at him. Do you want to game with them? Have you fought them? Well, yes. Retribution is... they're not overly strong. The new Thane actually makes some really awesome stuff happen. Ossian is... I think he's a cool looking caster, and he's very strong to play with. So, who knows how the new caster... There's a new caster that has no weapons at all. I assume she's going to be 8 focus. If not, then she better have like crazy shenanigan rules that'd be worth taking. Or like 10 Warjack points or something. But yeah, she'll be released soonish, next couple months. Oh, you have a Hyperion already. That's pretty strong. Yeah, Colossals are pretty solid in general. His gun is powerful. Get the battle engines. They look like crickets, but they're really good. I think they're among the more solid of the battle engines. They don't need to move much. They can't be charged, and you can just sit there going and just destroying, annihilating things. Actually, Days X. How was War Machine weekend? Did I not post last week's Hour of the Waaagh? I can't remember. Let me check. I forget to do things. I am... You know, you ever watch like the Absent-Minded Professor Flubber? You know, with the, well, I mean the old one, but new one with what is his name? The guy who stars on Flubber, and also I can't remember. I can't think of anything right now. The one where he dresses up as the grandma to get his kids back, babysits him, and in... Oh, this is embarrassing. Okay, I need to go to IMDb. Unless someone's in the... Robin Williams. Yes. Thank you, chat. That was embarrassing. Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful movies. Anyways, I watched Flubber, and like how he was like so absent-minded. You're like, this guy's an idiot. And I was like, but he's exactly like me. A genius who... No, not so genius. But like the fact to where he can be like, something can be super important, and I'll just be like... I don't know. That's the price I pay for being me. But yes, it is hard for me sometimes to focus on things. I don't know if that was apparent or not. I know Chris made fun of me all the time for not doing that. But yeah. I go to my video manager. And no, I uploaded last week's. It's there. We're good. I don't think I did the week before. No, I skipped that week. Missed the 12th. Sorry guys, this is terribly boring. I need to find something interesting to talk about, or we could play some video games. So if you guys do want to play any video games, then let me know, because I will play any, which, what, anything at all. But yeah, Life of Dan, not too much going on. So yeah, going back home in January. So maybe by February you will see all the awesome, amazing things. Have I been painting my Scorn army? Good question. No. Well, not anymore since I last showed you guys. Next on the list is Bronze back. We are doing a slow grow in the new year. And so I'm debating on whether to do Midas. I think I talked about this slightly last week. So Midas, little minion pig caster. And then just collecting and painting tons of bone grinders. And just spamming bone grinders everywhere. Because that'd be hilarious. Or to enhance my Scorn, maybe doing one of the Morgles. Because P. Morgle's pretty cool. He just runs that big beast brick. It's fun. Or maybe E. Morgle, because he's a crazy assassinator. It's kind of fun. Also, just like the other guys are also kind of having ninja casters, so I might jump in on that just for fun. Lots of fun. But yeah, I do need to paint one of my beasts. I need to base them. Basically, on my task right now is to paint my bronze back. I need to paint my bronze back, and I need to paint Resheth. So hopefully I'll paint those two before next week. That's the plan either way. Yeah, that's about it. I don't have any units, and so no. I also want to paint. I should probably assemble my mammoth. He's been like in 3 pieces. No, he's been more 3 pieces. Cause I got like the main thing, but without all the doohickeys, his head, and then his lower portion, and then all his arms and stuff. So I mean, it's so big, and like when I build it, either I'm just gonna have his head detachable, or I just want to make him playable without having to take him off and putting like a proxy base in there. It's kind of lame. So who knows? What if I should just make him completely removable from the base? But no, I kind of want to make the model is pretty sweet. Kind of want to make him kind of like on Lion King, like on a big boulder. This is a popular choice for most people, but he's like so tall, so I kind of want to make him detachable still, just for storage and movement purposes. But yeah, so that's kind of on the block too, and then of course my Midas. I kind of want to start that, but I kind of bought them at impulse because like it's Midas, and then I got like a couple little razor bores. No, that's a bet. These things are like so crappy, but they're only 2 points. And with Midas's feet, assuming that he gets lots of bone tokens because beasts are gonna be dying because they're all little crappy ones, his feet can bring them all back, and they're only missing 2 health if he uses all his fury. And they can't attack, but they can run and like mess up stuff and get in the zone. So it's kind of like a sneak of attack little feet. And then bone grinders everywhere. It'd be great. I'm actually pretty excited for that list. But it's a lot of painting and a lot of models for just a few fun games every once in a while. So that'll be a slow grow on the side. And I wonder if I probably should get, a Warhog or a Roadhog in there somewhere. Maybe not. It'd be just funny, just scrap it all. Who cares? Dan, do you have Dungeon Defenders? No. I've played it once, and the heroes got clobbered. mostly because I have no idea what we're doing. It seems like a really fun game. It's just whenever there's been an opportunity to play it, there's just been other funner things, in my opinion, to play, because you kind of have to have a dedicated group of people to play it and get into it. You know what I mean? But it seems like an awesome game. I kind of wish I played it more. I'm not even sure if I finished the first game we played, or it just didn't end quick because we bad rolls and we all died, or something. Something like that. But yeah, despite the fact that I still have lots of stuff to build and paint in Signar, I'm gonna keep them on the shelf for a while. Oh, and the poor. Okay, so one thing, coming back from War Machine Weekend. His hand fell off. By fall off, I mean snapped. Like, just full on snapped. I don't know if I want to pin it. It's kind of a clean snap. I think it'll glue on fine. I kind of want to just ignore it for a while. How does this go on? I don't know. So that kind of sucks. Also, this is kind of funny. This guy's pistol cut all droopy. You can see it kind of curving. So you better not fire that. Luckily, he's pointing it up in the air. Otherwise, arm fell off. Going to War Machine Weekend, everything was fine. Like, I opened the case, and it's like, oh, my one defender kind of popped off of the base, but it was just like a little bit of super glue. Bam, done. But now, it just come back, and it was just like, ugh. So I haven't even begun to repair or bend back any of those. Nope. What other games do you mean, like board games that I like to play? I love Risk. I've always loved Risk. I don't know my Risk game. There he is in the back. It's right there. That's a 2210. That's by far the best Risk that there is. Partly because there's no corners to hide in. Like, you can't hide in Australia because there's 3 inches to Australia instead of just the 1. And you don't have big cash-ins, but you have cards to buy. And they're kind of like mini cash-ins. And then nuke cards for usually late game when you just... I have played Axis and Allies maybe like 5 times. I love that game. It's amazing. But if someone really knows how to play, they can just dominate you. It's kind of like there's a weird like meta that goes with Axis and Allies. But it's an amazing game. I like to play Zombies. Although I haven't played it like since I moved out here, actually. Zombies is a fantastic game. I got a few expansions for it. But yeah, it's not so much bigger. Here, I'll open it up. Well, yeah, I totally forgot about this. So I got an Infinity art book at Valhalla. I won it randomly. Woohoo! And there's some like cool stuff in here. But then also they gave me all these like mini posters of awesome stuff. And that's pretty cool. I forgot where they were. But just so you can see cool art like this and this and this and this and this. Anyways, so it's cool. Like you can see all the models, and I actually also won this model right here, the lady on the bike. I just fell up. Front cover. So who knows? I might start playing Infinity. I might not. It's eerily similar to Dark Potential. But then Malifaux's kind of catching my eye too. So I don't know. I'll play X-Wing miniatures on the side for now. Anyways, Risk. Aha. Risk 2210. I should get paid for advertising for Avalon Hill. This is by far the best Risk that there is, and here's why. Well, the fold-out board isn't the best, but whatever. Okay, so this board is amazing. mainly because it's 2 boards. I've never held it up like this before. I don't think it's meant to. Alright, so this is the board. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm gonna go over here. Okay, we're good. So as you can see, things are a little messed up. We got like Warsaw Republic, Ukrainia. It was huge. Russia's got destroyed. Anyway, so as you can see, there's little circles in the water. Those are called water colonies, and they act as normal territories, but they have their own cash-ins on the side here, and so they're small. They're just 2 and 1, like bonus guys, not cash-ins. But anyways, you have to buy commanders to be able to get around in the water and/or space. So space is just simply the moon, but as you can see, there's a lot more stuff like that. But the thing is, you have to invest in a space commander to go up to the moon. And so sometimes going to the moon early is good. Sometimes it's bad, because the moon has 3 different little circles. They're kind of hard to see. Here, here, and here. But basically, when you go to the moon, you can go to one of those places and then expand. And if you have a space station with a space commander, anywhere you have a space station, your army can attack any of these 3 parts. And so it's hard to hold the moon because anyone can have access to it as soon as they buy a commander. And so it's actually rather complicated. But we'll put those over here for now. Okay, so I'm not going to go into huge detail, but just give a quick little. Then there's victory points. Like at the end of the game, there's cards that increase it, but also each territory you hold adds towards that. So usually I have a marker, and then it adds every 3. It tells you your bonus already. It's easy to calculate though. So you have all your little armies. You can only play with 4 people, 5 people. So what you buy armies with are energy tokens. These little energy tokens. And so energy tokens, this is Risk. This game is Risk 2210. Where was I going with this? Okay, so these tokens, whenever you get extra guys, like your reinforcements, for those of you who play Risk, as you gather territories, you always get a minimum of 3, but if you control all of South America, you get an extra 2. Or for every 3 guys, every 3 territories you hold, you get another guy. And so to a minimum of 3 though. So if you control 9, you get 3 guys. If you control 12, you get 4 guys. Plus, if you hold South America in there, then you get 6 total. Kind of things like that. And so controlling Asia gets you an additional 7, but it's impossible to hold. And just refer to The Princess Bride. One of the world's classic blunders. Never get involved in a land war in Asia. It's applicable. So anyways, so when you get those reinforcements of guys that you can put on the board, you also get the same amount of energy tokens. And the energy tokens, at the beginning of the turn, everyone bids for turn order. And so the turn order isn't always the same. And so it's possible to go last, you don't care, and then you go last, hopefully you don't get destroyed. But this is a strategy of mine that works quite well, is that you if you're at a point where no one's going to demolish you don't have to go before them. You kind of go there and you push out and you try to get a territory last turn, and then you bid everything on next turn, and then you get to go next, and so you go twice in a row essentially, and so you're guaranteed that cash it, and then reinforce everything, and then hold, and hopefully no one kills you. So that's fun. You can do that. But also energy tokens are really valuable because this is how you buy commanders. Let me split. Honestly, everyone should play this game. At least once, or twice, or all the time. So there is a bunch of different commanders, and they all have cards. So basically, alright, I'm gonna go through this quick, because whatever. Okay, so there's a nuke commander, there's a diplomat, there's also a land commander, a water commander, and a space commander. Now, in order to buy cards, you have to have the applicable commander. And each card only costs 1 each, and you can only buy 4 cards max per turn. But you want to buy 4 cards every turn, if you can. Or 3 cards, maybe. I have to reread the rules. But basically, if you have commanders when you're attacking, if it's a water commander, if you're attacking into, from water, or to water, then you get an 8-sided dice instead of a 6-sided dice. And so you have a pretty big advantage, because if you roll an 8, then if they roll a 6 defending, which is normally a guaranteed defend kill one, it doesn't matter, because you kill them anyways. But then if you have a space station defending, then you get 2 8-sided dice defending. And so there's ways to increase your attacking. So you're rolling 8-sided dice instead of 6-sided dice. So attacking into a space station is always difficult, but there's ways to stack the 8-sided dice. Like if you have a land commander, and a nuke commander, and a water commander, because a nuke commander adds an 8-sided die, because if you have three 6-sided die to attack with. If you have a commander that gives you, then you replace 1 with the 8-sided dice. And so often you'll have 1 8-sided, 2 6-sided when you're attacking. But if you're attacking, like say, from water onto land, and then you have a land commander, so it's lands involved and seas involved, so both those, and the nuke commander always gives an additional 8-sided, then you have 3 8-sided dice, and you're just like, I'll massacre everybody. So it's kind of dangerous to hold like your big army on a shore, because if like they go around and go through a water colony, they can get that advantage. But then you just buy a space station for 5 energy and pop that on your guy. But again, that's expensive, and so like energy resource management and there's always someone who has like tons of energy at the end. There's like cards that can give you more energy. Like there's energy cards that you play them, they're free, and you go over like a random water territory, and if you control that water territory at the end of your turn, which if you control South America, you have access to most of the water colonies. You're just like, you buy a couple, play them, spread out as much as you can, try to get them first, and all of a sudden you're like, boom, 8 energy. And you're like, I have 8, and you have like 2. And all of a sudden you have control of the game energy-wise. But that's not always the best thing. And then there's like land cards, and you can get additional troops. You can have like death traps that destroy half of the incoming army. So you have like this big death army, and they like attack, and you're like, I play 3 energy and play this card, and all of a sudden half your army is dead. And you're like, bah. But then there's cards that frequency jam. You can't play any cards against me as I'm attacking. And there's like a diplomat card where you can't attack me next turn. So you're like burrow into their territories. You're like, you're like, no. I think that might be defensive actually. So anyways, there's all these little things, and my favorite is the nuke card. The nuke card is just like, they're expensive. Like they're 1 to buy, and they're usually 2 or 3 to play. But they're like assassination bomb. I roll an 8-sided dice. If I don't roll a 1 or a 2, your commander's dead. Which means when your commander's dead, you can no longer use any of those cards, defensively or offensively. And if you're in the water, then your troops in the water can't move at all unless you have a water commander. So you like snipe their water commander, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, then you have to spend 3 energy instead of buying cards and playing cards. And anyways, there's a whole crazy stratagem to it, and it's an amazing game. I'm really sad that I haven't played it in a really long time. But like, it's because it's Risk, and it just takes hours to play. It really, really does. But yeah, it all fits into a nice little box. But one of my favorite parts of the rulebook comes in like 50 different languages. That's not my favorite part. I recommend go through, highlight different things. Also, commanders defend with 8-sided dice. Where is the funny rules? Aha, okay. Under important rules. Right here. Alright. If you have any questions, blah blah blah. Okay, so this, how much energy is public knowledge, all that kind of stuff, how many cards and what type of cards everyone has is all public knowledge. So you can't like hide away secretly. I mean you can, but if anyone asks you, yeah, you have to be honest. But this is the rule that makes this game worth playing. Table talk, including alliances, threats, coercion, whining, pleading, backstabbing, and other verbal tirades, are not only allowed but encouraged. And that is Risk. That is risk at its finest. When you're just trying to like ally with people and coerce them into attacking and trying to seem not threatening at all, and then coming in and oh, it's great. I mean, normal risk is fine and it's great, but this risk, when you play it, it just has such a more depth, and it's not like, oh, I'm preparing for the cash in, and you cash in, and you're like killing down to like one guy left. You're like, but I have my cash in now, and it's just there's a strategy there too, but it's just things are a lot more consistent in 2210. It's you don't just sit in the corner and slowly build up, because if you sit in the corner and don't do anything, you'll get nuked. You'll get people could be across the map. And you're like, I don't like that. I'm gonna nuke this and roll d6. You lose d6 guys from that thing, and all of a sudden you don't have your bonus anymore, or like different things like that. There's online risk, but board games should be on tabletop. Like it's the I don't like online board games or card games at all. Like it's the same game. Like you can play Dominion online. It's like a deck building game, but it's just like it doesn't feel the same. I don't like it at all. You need the human interaction. That's what makes a board game, is being there with someone. But Taking the Moon, hilarious. There's also one card where you play it, and if at the end of your turn you control all of the moon, then you get 9 energy. So much energy. And so it's like if people aren't contesting the moon, you're kind of like, and go, and you're like, and you just spread it on the whole moon, and you're like, play that, and you're like, nah. And then you have so much energy, but most of the time you're scrapped for energy, except for like one person usually who just has all of it. But that person doesn't always win, so it's fun. Do I play MTG, Magic the Gathering? I do. Well, kind of. I have, I don't know, like 10, 15 decks up on my shelf there. I haven't touched them in like 9 months. I haven't played Magic, and actually, yeah, I haven't played Magic in like almost a year, actually. But I do like the game. I really enjoy I really enjoy the strategy and being able to just like do different things. I like blue green. Blue green is my favorite combination. Although I do enjoy playing black sometimes. There's just so many cruel and awful punishments you can do with all these different colors. But I was like, green was my first and favorite color. And then, like, I look back at my old decks that I played in like public school, where you're just like, you like have like an 8/8 and it costs like 10 mana. It's just like an awful card. But you're just like, oh yeah, this is the best card. And like back then, I mean, people were silly, and so there wasn't a lot of removal or whatever. So you're like, nah, I play my 8/8 and you can't kill it, and I kill you. Because there's nothing you can do about it. And he has trample or whatever. But as, you know, that was very newbie. But now with all like the crazy different kind of things, yeah. It's a good game. Let me put this back. Wait, where are we? Whew. Yeah, Tyranids are gonna get updated next. Freaking Tyranids. Silly bugs. I don't know why. I mean, well, I'm excited for the orcs to get updated, because it's like been like I just like never thought about it, because you're like, orcs are just they were the most recent codex when I started. Like they were the like shiny new codex when I started playing 40k, and that was like 6 years ago. And I was like, wait a minute, orcs haven't been updated since I played and started playing. Wait a minute, orcs are the oldest codex? When did that happen? So yeah, I'm pretty excited for orc update. They've been doing really good, despite all their idiotic rules and just GW policies. They have been good at releasing like on a rate like codexes to update everything. Like everything is pretty much updated to 6th edition, which is awesome. But yeah, orcs, I'm like nervous and excited about new things that'll come out with them. But yeah, dwarves and Warhammer Fantasy, same thing. The other Dan, he's been painting up his Skaven. He's been painting up a lot of Skaven, so hopefully we'll have Orcs and Goblins versus Skaven battle report sometime soonish. It'll be really fun. And I've been playing my Ragnarok Spider a lot. I'm gonna try something different with my Orcs and Goblins next time I play, and it's gonna be like millions of smaller units. Not small. I'm still bringing like 20, 30 guys, but the Goblins will be like 40 to 50. But then I kind of just want to swarm with like so many little stuff, so just so I can set up more flanks and different things like that. Is because I usually just bring like this big bricks of guys, like big and boys and big goblins and big thing of black orcs, and there's like 3 big units, and you're just like blah blah blah. And if you just fight normally, I'll win. But oftentimes people just bring these chariots and different things. They get the flank charge and added, and it's just scary. So maybe I just get some snotling pump wagons and some wolf chariots of my own, maybe some boar chariot. Who knows? So that's where I'm looking at fantasy wise. And then Scorn for Warm Hordes, and 40k. Again, I'm kind of just sitting tight till the orcs are updated, and I won't get my orcs back till end of January. So it's coming up, but it's still a little ways till I play my orcsies. Anyways, exciting stuff. Lemon Shark. I'm newer to 40k, and my friend has got Grey Knights. I play Nid. What's a good way to kill the Knights? I'm not overly familiar with either army. But, yeah, Grey Knights are pretty strong. Bringing a horde against them doesn't really work, even though they are elite. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, lots of monstrous creatures. Good psychic abilities. Should work. Chris, more orcs, Dan. Well, eventually. I have a feeling that I am going to I'm just gonna go bonkers with the new 40k orcs. I'm just gonna like spend like $1,000 on like stuff. Just be like, ooh, I want it all. So get more people to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos, so my minuscule tiny YouTube income can be a little bit bigger, and then I can spend that money on more orcs, more 40k. That I promise you. My channel is Codex Dan. Codex Dan. Look it up on your YouTube and subscribe. Watch the videos. I have lots of videos and battle reports. But again, probably most of my battle reports will be also posted on the Mini Wargaming homepage. So if you go to the Mini Wargaming site to see the battle reports, my stuff's posted there. But then it doesn't link to the Mini Wargaming YouTube channel. It links to my channel. Well, thank you, Lemon Shark, for subscribing. So, I'm probably going to have a contest or something soonish. Oh, we got a couple people subscribe. Yay! I love you guys. I know, sounds like I should have more tactic on it. The feeling of Codex Dan was more of a, this is me. And the Codex tells you all about the army. Codex Dan tells you all about me. And it's just, the channel is about me being silly and crazy and enjoying my battle reports and the weekly show. So yeah. But there will be plenty of Tactica when the new Orc Codex comes out. And for sure people will disagree because I play orcs weird. For some reason, orcs versus orcs, I can almost never win. I always lose orcs versus orcs because, yeah. But like against a lot of other armies, I just like demolish them more so than a normal orc player. I don't know. I like playing a non-conventional army, no matter what army I'm playing. Like if it's like the meta, and everyone thinks this is the good thing to play with this army, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna win with this instead. It's like way over here, and then I do, and it's like, yeah, kind of like Owen actually. Me and Owen are similar in that. We're actually very similar when we play, except that Owen tries a little more for the power gaming. Not always, for sure. But he like finds those broken combinations and he does it. Instead, I find something I have really fun playing and then figure out how to use that tactically to my advantage. But either way, both normally unconventional ways of winning. And Owen is a tryhard. Oh, man, can I tell you how much I miss Chris at Mini Wargaming? It was just nothing but smiles. We had so much fun. I watched all your, okay, this is creepy, but I listened to Chris's, what are these things called, man? I am so, like, I can't think of anything. Like, my eyes are watering right now. A little sinus cold. Woo! Excuse me. I know you are not way of the brush. His mini little tip of the day. What are they called? Why can't I think today? Oh, I am unintelligible. The quick tips. Anyways, like I'll watch his quick tips. I'm like, I don't care how to paint black leather, but I'll just like leave it on the background just to hear his voice. And it's like soothing. I'm like, That's right, Chris. I'm listening to you. Well, more mucus like in the nose? I thought it was more through the throat. Yeah, milk's too delicious though. I've been mostly keeping away from it, but it was the hour of the Waaagh. I want my milk and cookies. I've only been drinking like chicken noodle soup for like food and like other healthy things. And I know it doesn't look like it, but I normally eat like I don't want to live. Like some days I'll like look back and I'm like, what did I eat? How am I alive? How is my body self-sustaining on what I'm eating? It doesn't make any sense. And I get a little scared for myself and I eat some lettuce or something. But yeah, I had no idea why I am as fit as I am. There is no good reason for it at all. I am just a lucky sap that all of you are probably like, no, Dan, why? But I'm afraid to try a backflip nowadays. Let's just put it that way. But I'm gonna go swimming tomorrow night. That's gonna be fun. There's a local rec center down the street. But people come from like all over the city to swim, and I'm like, it's 2 minutes from my house. Anyways, they have like some water slides, and you can like basically link up your arms and you go down at the same time. It's like, and you almost die, and then they're like 5 max. You're like, okay, and then like 20 people are linked, and you're getting pulled around, and it's just like you get in the water and like no kicking. You have to float to the top, because if you start kicking, you're gonna get someone in the face. Because you like feel yourself rolling over people underwater, and it's like this big. It's quite dangerous. That's probably why it's not allowed, but we do it anyways, just the once, so we don't get kicked out. People say wait till you're over 20 and then you're screwed. Wait till you're 30 and then you're screwed. Wait till over 35. All right, so that's another like 7 years from now. So 7 years, we will see. We will see if I keep my delicious figure. All right, family of gamers made it just for the end. I'll probably be ending soon. I've been holding this cookie way too long. Basically, All I need is a Bowflex. Then I can be 40 years old in the best shape of my life. I always enjoyed that commercial. But yeah, Chris's quick tips, they're just so good. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'll never use that. Or, oh, I don't care to use that. But it's still so enjoyable to watch. It's just like, I've said this before, and I'll probably say it again, but like quick tips are like the essence of Chris. Like Chris was like the wargaming guru. Is the wargaming guru at Mini Wargaming. When you're like, any question, you're like, how do we do this? I don't understand the wargaming. Chris is like, well, let me tell you. No, just take a sit and listen as I expound my knowledge from playing this game for like 30 years. How did Chris react to the new Eldar? I was gone at that point, but he was very excited. He was very excited because, let's be honest, he wasn't good at playing Eldar before, so we needed the update to help him out. Where I can see he's doing better now, so that's good. Oh boy. Alright, man, see? This like show started off slow, but then like we got the chat going, like all excited about Risk. Like it's insane. Like my personality, I'll just be like sitting in like a near comatose state. And like something interesting will drop by and be like, I'll just like open up and I'll have no energy. Like I don't drink energy drinks at all. But I can go for like 36 hours straight, like doing things. Oh, you missed it, Chris. We were talking about Risk 2210. The futuristic Risk. And man, I would love playing like I need to do that for like a live show. It's just like set up like an aerial camera. Actually, that probably wouldn't be too hard. Except Risk Legacy, I had played it once and it was good. I enjoyed it. It was great actually. But still Risk 2210 still takes it from me. Nothing comes close. And there's like Godstorm and Lord of the Rings and they're just awful. They just try to like, hey, look, it's slightly different and the weird rules and it doesn't work. But it's Risk. You buy it. Don't fall into that trap. I was actually talking to people online today. Okay, so another funny story today. Actually, probably like only an hour before for this show. So I'm online with some random people playing Dota. I know Dota, man. I like Dota. Dota's kind of like the I don't care. I'll relax and play some game because it's so you control one hero. It's easy. I occasionally play Meepo or Chen because then you get multiple things to control and you have to have half decent micro. But it's still pretty easy compared to like playing things like StarCraft on like a high level. So anyways, so I'm playing Dota and we have a fun game, chatting away, and these guys invite me to their party and we're playing. And then so we're playing our second game and I'm like, just so you guys know, I'm famous. And they're like, what dude, what are you famous from? I'm like, I have like 2,500 subscribers on YouTube. I know. It's a lot. And people, they're like, whoa. They're just completely mocking. As I mock myself, they joined in the mocking in a supportive way. It was very enjoyable. But yeah, and then like 5 minutes later, they're like, so what do you do on YouTube channel? I'm like, oh yeah, tabletop war games. And they're like, dude, right on, that's awesome. I'm like, I know it's awesome. It's pretty sweet. And now we're friends, and we will probably play Dota in the future. Good guys, good players. It is so fun to make like sarcastically boost yourself up, and like some people like take you seriously and you're like, who is this guy? But like most people kind of figure it out, and that's kind of like how I like to like weed people out that I meet. Like you just like say the most crazy sarcastic things, and if they pick up on it, they're okay. You're like, all right, you are good. Let's have some fun together. But if they don't pick up on it, I'm like, meh, well, we'll see what happens. I'm like, wait, we can be friends, but we're not gonna bond. Maybe we will. Who knows? I like everybody. But sarcastic people. If you are as sarcastic as me, it'll be like, it's just a good time. It's a very, very good time. Alright. I think I've calmed down a little bit. I have no more milk, but one more cookie. That's what I get for grabbing 5 cookies. There it is. The inevitable Chris asking, what have I been working on? This week, nothing. I was sick for the last like 3 days. That's a small excuse, I think. I've been more kind of, yeah, I'm just lazy. Chris hit it on the head. But I told myself in Scorn was just kind of be a side fun army that didn't have any Scorn units at all, only minion units. And then Scorn Beasts. But I'm slowly figuring out that the only good minion unit is the Gators. And I kind of don't want to buy another unit of Gators. I mean, it'd be cool to have 2 unit Gators. It's effective. They're better, much better than the Slaughterhousers. Yeah, Gators are awesome. But I kind of want to expand my Scorn, but I kind of want to start Pigs. And I kind of want to let my Signar sit for a while. Just so I can do those things. But I don't know the direction on what I want to do. But, Swamp Gobbers, yes. Actually, no, I did intend to get Swamp Gobbers because they're awesome. Although when I play Resheth, I kind of want them to get hit. I really do. I just run forward like a Feral Geist. I'm like, 1 point. Who cares? He's a Feral Geist. He's not meant to be there to jump into a beast. He runs forward, and then I arc a spell through him into their caster and put Blood Mark on them. And then I run Fatty up in the way and go, hit me. And if they do hit me, it's usually I just like wait for like that perfect like crit or like super awesome spike and dice, and it's just like, oh, you dealt 14 damage to my caster because I'm only armor 14, defense 10. I will transfer that to your caster. And then I'll die like the next hit because, you know. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. So I'm kind of like, I do have my stuff that I have, and then my Mammoth, the paint. So I have beasts. I have some light beasts too, actually. I have some Cyclopses. So I have plenty of beasts to paint. I just need to get on. Omar Khan. Are orc bikes one of the most effective units, Dan? What do you mean by effective? They're good. They're fast. It sucks because turbo boosting used to give them that 3+. Now it only gives them a 4+, which they have anyway. So turbo boosting actually does not help them whatsoever when they're cover. So they can just move normally. So turbo boosting is just for distance, not for cover save at all. Which is just kind of crappy. Because they kind of need it. But they shell out a lot of attacks. And when they need to, they can go in and smash some heads. I like bikes. I do. They're particularly good against like armies. Well, former Eldar. No, they're so decent against Eldar now, and like Dark Eldar, definitely. They're pretty good. You can put the Gobber. Swamp Gobbers. You can put the Cloud in front of your Bronzeback. But I want the Bronzeback to get hit. And then it advances forward, and then it charges next turn. Because of his hyper-aggressiveness. I actually played for a Bronzeback. I played the Bronzeback for the first time this past week. But the game was over before he made an attack. Basically, I was playing Crix, which you never want to be doing with playing over Resheth, but it was just kind of like a bad matchup. I mentioned this early in the show. But what happened was he was Asphyxius? Who's the guy who, when he feats all magic attack rolls are boosted, and all of the spells cost 1 less. So basically, he runs Arc Node up, which I should have shut down because I'm a chef. Silly me. Then he feats, and telekinesis is like 5 guys out of the way because it only costs 1 freaking focus each. And it's like telekinesis, and it's boosted attack every time, so he gets all of it. He's like, and then he telekinesis my caster forward, turns him around, and then telekinesis his Jack forward, and it says Jack with Arcane Assassin or whatever. Basically, he hits me, I can't transfer damage, or heal or whatever, and then he just goes, nah, and I die. And I was like, really? Like, turn 2? Maybe turn 3. Anyways. No more playing as quicks. No more. Galamir agrees that bikes are good, but Ludos are better. Ludos are always amazing. Now in 6th edition, because of Overwatch and stuff, they're ridiculously good. If anything hits them, they're screwed, though. But if you spread them out a bunch, they have the 48-inch range. They're going to have plenty to shoot at. Especially like a flyer comes on the board. They're like, "Ma!" Yeah, they kill flyers pretty effectively. And Dark Eldar just get massacred by the type of orcs I play. Chris is sending me dirty messages on a PM, apparently. What can I say? I'm an attractive man. Some people just can't resist me. I'm not going to end it here, guys. Thanks for watching. We're not going to play any video games today. But please comment. I'll be around for a few minutes. Sorry for you guys who just tuned in. I know if like 5 of you just like jumped in the last 10 minutes. But yeah, I feel on the mend. Who knows? After eating all these milk and cookies, if it'll just shoot me down back. But I should be feeling better. And so that's that. I wish you all the best, and that is the goal. I'll say it out loud. So hopefully, I will remember. I will paint Resheth and finish painting my bronze back by next show, next week. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a live show next week. I'll let Mystics know for the live schedule. Either way, by the next live show, whether it's next week or the week after, I will have those painted. Cracking down on myself. Mostly, I need to get some more stuff painted so I can do a proper battle report with everything painted and kill some noobs or get killed because I'm a noob with scoring. But anyways, thanks for watching as always. Subscribe to my channel, Codex Dan, and okay, that sucked. Okay, all of you guys in headphones, you're warned. Are you ready?